Johnny Walker versus Ion Cutelaba. I also heard Iwan Cutelaba. Are you familiar with that name?
Ian, I would say
Iwan.
Ian.
Yeah,
Ian, I don't know. It's like
works for me.
whatever he Bruce Buffer say. We're gonna have to remember next time. We
That's
didn't
right. No,
prepare again for the next.
no hard suckers on this card. All right, so let's start. We got here's a fight card. Looking at this first fight, what are your thoughts? Who do you have in this one?
This one is really interesting. Looking for from fight aspect and like betting aspect. If you want to go, there is like a one more similar where we have like Ian is like a favorite minus 200. Johnny is like underdog with a plus 170. And similar situation is like what I was looking Kevin Holland and Daniel Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Just in this scenario, like when I was looking at it, I was more prone like to go with Johnny Walker, and I think he is a good pick. Honestly, Cutelaba is like aggressive, like in first round, and he's going like guns and blazing. Like he's trying to take your head off, but like he is
Mm-hmm.
not that unpredictable as Johnny Walker is. So he can more surprise uh, Cutelaba, then Cutelaba can surprise Johnny Walker, even though he doesn't have that great defense. But like for me, this is like maybe the best one on the whole fight card that you can start playing like with the underdog and go with Johnny Walker. I would say.
I think you broke it down pretty nicely. I think both of these guys are kind of reckless in how they come forward and what they throw. But when it comes to that unpredictability, you don't know what Johnny Walker is going to throw, whether it's like a weird kick or a weird elbow or a punch. Um, Ion Cutelaba, he's also kind of reckless, charges forward, but you know what he's going to throw. He really likes that right hand, whether it's a straight cross or an overhand right. Both of these guys, I think, kind of susceptible chins, right? They don't take a shot so easily. Um, I think if Ian Cutelaba can turn this into a grappling match, he's got a way to win. If it's striking, I kind of like Johnny Walker's chances in this fight, which would be great for him because I think he's been struggling as of late. Like, what kind of streak is Johnny on?
Two losses.
Two losses. I believe Ian Cutelaba, he's looking at kind of a similar record. I want to say in his last five fights or so, he's only won one, and similar to Johnny Walker actually. But if you look at the record, it doesn't really speak to how exciting these guys fight, and they always bring the fight. I
Yeah,
rewatched that first Magomed fight that Ewan had or Ion had. That shit was kind of weird, man. Like, what do you think about that? Like, was he out on his feet? I kind of think it looked to me like he was pretending to be knocked out, like drunken style, like drunken tiger style, kung
yeah.
fu style.
He has that like, and I think he did in a couple of matches like where he's pretending and then going like, but still I think it's like I think the referee anyway should let it go a little bit longer because it wasn't like that he had like 10 punches and then it was like just like more or less couple kicks. Was it two high kicks if I have it right?
I
What was it?
forget what it was. The one high kick that for sure he started, in my opinion, acting like he was rocked. And then I forget what actually put him out. I want to say there were some punches too, but there wasn't like one strike that made it look like, oh, now he's out, which made it a weird stoppage, I think, for the referee to step in at that time.
Yeah, I think they're professionals, like, and it wasn't like it was a fresh in the start of the fight, referee also like his concentration should be much higher, so for me that's like a bad stoppage for sure, so but like in the second fight, like you saw that their levels, like in his record class. Like if you say like talking about back about Ankalaev, like and we said no X factor, like I mean that's his X factor. He's
Yeah.
super sharp, super precise, and if he see the opportunity, he will he will finish the match, you know.
Hmm.
And with Cutelaba, there was like a lot of openings, especially with his crazy aggressive style, you know, and that's just like in my opinion, that I would his manager, I would say like just leave it on that. Like let's say he, you know, it was a bad because that's super bad
Yeah.
matchup for him, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
to be honest. But let's go back to this fight. You know what I want to say also, like talking about the chins. You know, if we go to the not the last fight where like how Johnny was knocked out by Jamal Hill. You know that was like really crazy. You know how he went down.
Mm.
I don't know. That's like from the movies. You know, I was thinking like he's faking. You know, like I was like, how the possible? It was basically like a sniper shoot him from the top.
Yeah.
Like
That's
where
some
the
good
like
acting, man. If he's making.
yeah, it was like something, you know, like just, and then okay, you're done. And like he did a fight against Thiago Santos, pretty decent fight, you know,
Yep.
where it was like close to go each way. And I think, in my opinion, Thiago Santos is much he's powerful, maybe even more powerful than Cutelaba, you know, and he's more unpredictable. So it's also a question like how much really that last fight against Hill. But I think his chin, like if we are like questioning again when he got KO'd by Corey Anderson, and he almost even the fight that he won against Ryan Spann, he almost got finished, and he managed to pull out. And I think only like a bad decision by Ryan Spann and like not that great IQ in that situation. I don't want to say
Yeah.
overall, like cost him that. Basically, he gave the win to Johnny Walker. So
Yeah.
we are talking that he didn't have that win against Ryan Spann. He would be on five losses streak. You know, even though he did decent against Santos,
Hmm.
and I think that's maybe making that odds on him so high. But I think that's like great pick for this weekend.
Similarly, like speaking of Ryan Spann, like Cutelaba had a fight against Ryan Spann, and I think it was the exact opposite. He came in with the right game plan to grapple Spann, and it was a short fight, but he was doing well in the grappling, and then you don't see it often. Usually you see like a flash knockout that happens. You don't see like a flash submission, but with the guillotine sometimes you can, and that was exactly it. Like he was out grappling him, and then out of nowhere Ryan Spann throws up that high elbow guillotine, and he taps him pretty quickly, which is kind of weird. But I think if Ein Cutelaba can grapple Johnny Walker and close the distance, maybe he has a chance. Um, to bring it back a little bit to Magomedov, one thing I notice about Cutelaba is like in the striking, he likes the throwing punches. He doesn't throw a lot of kicks, but if you kick him, he'll kind of try to get you back with that same exact kick. And if he does that against Johnny Walker, I don't think he could keep up. So that could get him in trouble. Where like I think part of it is ego. Like, oh, you throw this kick, I'm gonna throw it back, and it's just not something that he's gonna be able to match against Walker.
Yeah, yeah, and very possible. That's why I think, and I say, I think Johnny Walker has more weapons to finish this fight and to win it. So we're gonna see. Again, it's a mental, and I think like I heard him somewhere talking like uh, that he really give emphasis on mental preparation and how he feels in that month, in that week, you know. And it's a question where he is, because like also we saw him changing the camps, going from TriStar to I don't even know how he went to Iron to SGB or to the Connors gym. You know, like I don't know. It's a question. Like, and I don't like how he put the blame on his coach in one. So for him, it's like he's awkward guy. You know, like, but
Yeah.
he has a lot of talents. You know, it's just question what kind of Johnny Walker we're gonna see this weekend. but I think on plus 170, it's worth of trying to hope that we're gonna see the best version of him so far.
Hmm. It's a very winnable fight for him. So those odds, if you're looking to bet on him, not a bad idea.